Hey, what's up, guys? It's the old goats. I got Ogre with me over here, Hafa, and we're gonna do kind of like a casual episode today. We didn't really prep that much, and we're gonna go back and recap a little bit of the Epstein saga and some of the new stuff that's happened since we did our first episode, which we launched the podcast with that episode, and like so much stuff has happened since then.
About 3 months ago, right?
Yeah, 3 months. Shout out to episode. This is not episode number 7. It's number 6, but it's the 7th episode. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
And that's actually like a pretty good milestone. A lot of podcasts don't make it past the 7th episode. So if we ever actually air this one and then another one, we'll be past the little hump that a lot of people don't.
It was a Gucci episode.
Mm-hmm. So let me start off by asking where Freddy was not here when we did that one. Take your time machine, go back 3 months. When you first kind of started hearing about this, how'd you feel about it? Or where were you on it?
I thought he might have killed himself. Initially, that was my first thought about it. But I find that the more you look into it, it depends on what side of the fence I think that you are in terms of politically, you're more inclined to believe something. If you strip all that shit away, something funny's going on there, and I don't really know where to put my finger on it. So I've kind of changed my view. I think there's more in play here than just some guy straight up getting sheets and killing himself. There's a lot to hide by killing that guy. So I think my opinions changed a little bit on this one. But at the very onset, I thought he killed himself.
Let me ask you this. Are you a conspiracy theorist?
No, man.
Or like you hear people talking about conspiracy theories and you just shut it out automatically?
No, I'm more of a, I want to gather the info and figure out what the hell's going on for myself.
But some of it's hard to get.
I know, man, but you get a little bit of snippets of what's going on from some of the reports that since the last time that you guys had this show 2 or 3 months ago. Some new developments have come to light, so you got to take it with a grain of salt because where are you getting this information from?
Well, it's hard to get it because
there's a lot of vested interest in not having that.
The guy who had a lot of it is dead, first of all. They're only going to give us what we absolutely find out. You know, dude, it's so crazy. I mean, like, it could be a matter of national security. I think I mentioned it last time. You know, because if some ex-presidents, a current president, if all those people are involved and implicated, and then, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, this guy, you know, you got to take people out of office. You know, so it's just so crazy. Let me ask you this. When we did the show, you were kind of like, no, right? Like, I think he
was pretty much
killed himself.
Close to 100% that he killed himself.
How do you feel about it now?
I mean, I think it's more like everybody wants to believe. There's like a big conspiracy behind it. But
you think it might be like this pressure from memes and all the stuff that we're seeing nowadays?
Definitely.
You think that there's pressure from that to make you want to change your feeling on it?
And the people involved, I think they're people that are not necessarily likable people. A lot of people don't like them, so
yeah, people associate, you know, the Clintons and who have you on that.
Trump,
right. And I mean, a lot at stake for a lot of big players potentially. So we see all this in the media and the social media, and so I kind of feel almost like, should I go along with the flow? Right. It's really trying hard to fight that and be like, let me get my own opinion on it.
I think so, but I think it's like people like almost want to believe that there's a conspiracy going on. But I mean, me working corrections, I've been working corrections for about almost 18 years now. And I've seen guys hang themselves and people lose their jobs. I mean, that's always going to happen, man.
Yeah, but this is such a high-profile guy.
But you know, that's the only thing. But I mean, the thing that the cameras malfunction and stuff. I mean, that's regular stuff, man. And that happens all the time.
There's too much little regular stuff that's adding up to like a lot of evidence.
I mean,
sorry, you had a thought?
Yeah, I mean, is it conceivable all the things that they're saying could have happened? Corrections officers,
yes,
falsified that they checked on him.
Happens all the time.
But there were like 11 straight misses where if any one of them would have found or done what they should have done, this story may not have ever happened. If you believe the story, the narrative that he killed himself.
I gotta tell you, man, when I heard the story of the corrections officers, some people say prison guards. Ralph doesn't like.
Not on this
Well, I
show.
was in a jail though.
He doesn't like prison guards.
You can't. A prison is not
A jail guard.
Right.
A corrections officer. When I heard that story, that
But to specify for people who don't know,
yeah,
a jail is for people that are in pretrial status that haven't been convicted and they're still innocent. You know.
You know, I
Quote,
only realized
unquote.
that recently.
Oh my God.
And then
Like-
prison, you
Yeah.
already belong to the state, basically. Like you've been sentenced and you're just a number.
you get
You have,
arrested
like,
for
pretty
DUI,
much no
for
rights.
example, you're going to jail.
Right.
You
kill somebody and you go to trial and lose, you're
get
going to
convicted,
prison.
then you go to prison.
Right. Then you become somebody's bitch.
I believe in the what's that office space? They call it federal fuck me in the ass prison or something. Anyways, when I heard the story of the guards, I said that probably happens all the time.
All the
Guards
time.
fall asleep all the time. The corrections officers, they probably not you, obviously.
No.
But they probably fall asleep all the time, and they're not going to say, "Yep, I was sleeping from 3:30 a.m." They're going to say they were awake. I feel like that wasn't even like that much of a story. Those guys are being charged and everything. They say they're being made scapegoats. They didn't do their job, even though they said they were overworked. It was
Well, it always
short-staffed, a lot of overtime.
Happens all the time.
But I don't think it's that crazy that they lied about what they were doing. I just think that probably happens all the time.
All the time. All the time.
But how do you police that? You had one guy who was like a 14-year veteran of being a corrections officer, and he just missed like 10 straight checks.
It happens all
That
the
happens?
time, man. All the time. All the time. All the time.
The big one for me, you can watch episode 0 and then you'll see all the other stuff. We don't want to redo episode 0, but we're just kind of talking about what happened since then, which is what's happened in the last 3 months, is the Prince Andrew thing, because he was implicated. We had that famous picture with Jeffrey, is her name, Virginia Jeffrey. And he had a BBC interview, which was kind of a disaster. He claimed he doesn't even know who she was. After that interview, he stepped down. Prince Charles is going to confront him, supposedly. This lady claims she was forced to sleep with him 3 times. She was flown over there, so like trafficking. She filed a police report with Scotland Yard like in 2005. They kind of just dismissed it. But what's happening to him is kind of making people say, wow, there's some credibility here to the story, because he's losing $300,000 per year of royal salary by having to step down. He's keeping his titles for now, but that's a lot of money, dude, that he's just, and the family kind of declaring, hey, you can't be here no more because you were involved with this guy. She's going to do an interview with the BBC tomorrow. We're filming this on Sunday night. Monday, which is December 2nd, which will be definitely, after we do this, she's doing an interview. So there might be something else to come out of there. So I don't know. I feel like that's more little things are being added that are like, hey, this is legit, and it's like we're getting away from conspiracy theory into like a real fucking thing that's happening, is the way I feel. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of different factors and a lot of stuff that's coming out now. Like with the we were talking about the news anchor that ABC, right? It was ABC that was basically like she wanted to put the story out about Epstein, what he was doing.
Amy Roback.
Right. That what he was doing with the pedophile island and all his shenanigans that he was doing. She wanted to put the story out there, and they basically like shut her down. And they told her, you can't do it. You can't put that out in the air. So, I mean...
And she's with what organization?
She works for ABC, right?
Yeah, it's a major network. They released, you could look it up on YouTube, like a hot mic, like when we're talking with the camera on
with a live
before
mic
we
open,
actually, and like somehow somebody got the video of it, and she's telling the story to a cameraman, I guess. Oh, I had that story 3 years ago, but I took it to my bosses, and they just shut me down. They said
she got like all crazy too. Like she had like a meltdown and shit.
Yeah, I think she's...
Wouldn't you though?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, you got shut down the story of your life, probably.
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. we would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton, we had everything. Do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do. Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
Yeah, Lois Lane.
The guy's been called what do they call him? An asset or intelligence or something like that leads you to believe that he had like some protection.
Right.
So like she couldn't put out the story. That came out. That was interesting.
Was that immunity or something that he had, right, or something like that?
Yeah, but I don't think he had like the legal version of it, but like kind of like, hey, man,
under the table one.
Yeah,
right,
like, hey, dude, you're not gonna mess with that guy. He knows a lot of stuff, or he gets information for. I don't know, dude. We may never know what happened. We may know when like we're old or dead, and then like millennials.
We're already old.
Yeah, we're just not dead yet, but yeah, first one is checked off the box. You know, we'll probably be dead, and then like all the details will be out, and people won't even care. You know, because like
I read too that Bill Clinton had 60-something flights with this guy.
It's an alarming number of flights.
It's like, dude, I mean, I haven't even flown that much with my wife, and we've been together for a fucking long ass time, dude. That's crazy, though. I mean, things like that like make me want to believe, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know, man. The media nowadays is like. It's like they almost like put shit out there like they like want to like force feed you shit.
Not really, dude, because we just talked about this lady and she wasn't able to put the story out. You know,
right.
I think there's something to it, and I think some people are like trying to push back.
Who was that lady that I think we were like teenagers or like real young? I think it was Kathy Willits was her name.
We talked about that in the first episode. Yeah.
You had the
she was like
the husband was hiding in the he was hiding in the closet
whacking
and shit.
it. Yeah. She was like a nymphomaniac or something, and she had to have sex like 6 times a day or some shit.
And then he would record it or watch it from the closet. Or
she had like a black book.
Why are you bringing this up now?
I'm just saying because like this. Similar, like
I remember her. She would
talk. You said the same thing in the other show. Everything exactly the same. Yes,
it could be a little. It could be a time warp that I'm in.
It could be this. What are we drinking, guys? Cheers again. By the way,
cheers.
Yeah, Ralph, what are we drinking today?
You're supposed to drink, guys, after you toast. Come on, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Don't be rookies, man.
Sorry.
Just getting too
excited.
We're
drinking Glenlivet's Founder's Reserve, and on the bottle,
it's inscribed.
It actually says "Old Goats 2019." Nice.
We'll save this one for the archives. I actually have all the bottles we've drank somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah. It wasn't even like $30, dude. I was like, I gotta buy that for the show. So good, Glenlivet is single malt, right?
Single malt. Pretty good.
It's pretty good, man, for that money.
It's delicious.
It's not exactly aged because they call it
it's
reserve.
Delicious.
Yeah.
I heard it was strong though. Somebody told me it was pretty strong.
Some people got to water it down with ginger ale or Sprite or something, but
club soda sometimes.
The other major development that happened since the show that we did 3 months ago is the second autopsy. You guys heard about that one?
No, I didn't know that.
No.
So his brother, you remember, at one point there was a little story. They got his body. And the main thing that I think shut the whole thing down on the conspiracy side was the autopsy, the first go around. It shows signs of
strangulation,
asphyxiation, or whatever you call it.
Suicide. I don't know how they worded it. They kind of said, this is what happens in a suicide. That's what it looked like, and that kind of started shutting stuff down. You know. Luckily, I think memes have kept this thing going more than anything because I was lamenting the fact that the story would disappear and like nobody would really talk about it. But
the fucking memes are out of control, man.
Crazy.
I've seen some good ones though.
You saw the one of the fishing where there's a message in a bottle and the fish said
it says Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yes.
Some of them one with Ron Jeremy that I showed you guys that it's like a split screen and then on one side it's Ron Jeremy and it says hung. And then it has Epstein on the other side and it says not hung.
Right.
which is fucking great.
And they could do it. They've been doing it with anything. They'll give you like a story. Glenlivet, it's aged single malt whiskey, and you could buy it for this. And Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. Like
right.
you could literally
they added it to everything.
You
right.
could add it into anything. So the memes have kept it going. The second autopsy was hired by his brother, which is weird too, because I wonder what his brother has to gain by this. You know, I always think of what are people's motives. He hired the dude, and the dude came out back and he said, no, this shows signs of homicide. You know, that somebody killed him. It's not that he killed himself. But I wonder, what did that guy have to gain, his brother, by doing that? Why would he get involved?
I don't know.
Well, you got an independent party, right? Yeah, I think that would be the gain right there, is that you have another voice that's not a government voice saying.
But why does he care, though? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like he's trying to clear his name. There's nothing that's going to clear that guy's name. He's just...
Exactly.
Yeah, but isn't there's a little bit of, when you kill yourself, there's a little bit of a stigma towards that. And I think maybe that's what you're trying to clear up. And also, maybe, dude, if someone kills your brother, wouldn't you want to implicate
Is
the
my
people
brother
who...
Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah. I guess...
I mean, I probably would have killed him myself.
How close do you think his brother was really to him, man?
There must be some...
But what if you think he's really, truly innocent? Wouldn't you want to get those that did?
Yeah, bro. But look, man, let's be real. There's some money there, right? There's some money or more money coming his way if he can say he was killed and now I'm gonna sue the
Department of Corrections.
Yeah, you know, that's gotta be it, right? I'm just
likely.
guessing.
That's an angle that you could have, yeah.
I mean,
I just figured that out right now. I didn't formulate that before. As we started talking, I'm starting to think, there's got to be something. It's not like, oh, my poor pedophile brother was killed. No, there's some money involved.
It's got to be.
What else do you guys have with this? Where are you at right now? What percentage? Hung or not hung?
You were 100.
Yeah,
100.
that was shocking to me.
Yeah.
I think I was like, I don't remember I wanted
right now.
to
I want to say I'm like at a 75.
Wow, dude, that's pretty amazing.
75-20.
Yeah, I'm like 70.
Hey, by the way, real quick, thank you for everybody that subscribed. We appreciate it. If you're watching and you're enjoying it, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment. You know what you think. We'd like to know what you guys think. You know, it's kind of a hot topic. It's slowed down, but it's still going on.
Thanks to our sponsor too. You have to thank our
sponsor, Man of Action Figures. Check it out, manofactionfigures.com. Holiday season's here. You may want to buy a gift. You may want to buy something for yourself.
Witness, you know,
Well, just buy something for yourself if you're a Jehovah's Witness. You know,
yeah.
It doesn't have to be Christmas. They sell stuff all year round. You know, so yeah, check it out, manofactionfigures.com. Shout out to Death Metal Ralf with our intro
Varela.
music. Ralf Varela. Does anybody call him Death Metal Ralph? Or is that just
I think
me?
everybody fucking calls him.
Right.
Actually, they used to call him Little Ralph.
I haven't seen
I
him.
was Big Ralph and he was Little
There has
Ralph.
to be something to
I
differentiate.
still call him Little Ralph.
Yeah. Well, poor guy.
So, shout out Varela for the intro music.
He just bought a house too.
Congratulations,
Congrats,
bro.
man. Congrats on the house, man.
Invite us over. And then he has some gigs coming up. We'll let you know about that. Anybody got any other shout outs or anything like that? Announcements?
No.
We'll be watching the Joshua Ruiz 2 fight next week. So we'll have that episode out sometime the following week. That should be, hopefully that's a good event. You never know with fights. It could end up being, a crap fight. We'll watch the card. We're going to do the show regardless. We may end up just talking about boxing in general also a little bit.
I mean, it's good. It should be a good fight.
The first fight was fucking incredible, dude. Right. That was the greatest upset since Buster Douglas.
Saying a lot.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
Ruiz was like a last minute replacement for somebody, and when he takes his shirt off, he's like a fat bum, and everybody's like,
"There's nothing wrong with that, man. Come on."
I'm packing a few pounds too, I wasn't judging him.
He doesn't have a traditional boxer build.
Okay, if you want to be PC about it. I mean, some people would say he was a slob. But I listened to Teddy Atlas podcast, and he's pretty freaking good, dude. He was like, you know what? He may be better than the original guy. He was going to fight Big Baby Miller, which is a really big dude from Brooklyn, but he got busted for steroids, and he said, be careful if the replacement is not actually more dangerous than the guy that you were gonna fight originally. Right. And that guy had like a lot of amateur fights, very fast hands, and he got him, dude. It was a good fight, so that should be fun. So we're getting off topic. I think the Clintons killed him. That's what I think.
Well, you mentioned in the first episode the Clinton death
body count.
Yeah,
that's like a conspiracy theory. Yeah, big time. I just think that like when like
I looked into it though, it was pretty cool. It was interesting. I mean, a little far fetched, but
some of them are, but like
some of them make sense. Like Vince Foster.
Yeah, that was like the first one.
Yeah, that's like the one.
He was the one that worked in their cabin.
Going.
Yeah, he killed himself, right? He suicided.
Supposedly, yeah.
Right.
When you read the list, you could probably say, "Oh man, this one they kind of like did a Kevin Bacon thing on," but some are like, "Whoa," a lot of suicides, a lot of plane crashes. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do a show about it, but I don't like to get political, dude. I'm the least political person.
Yeah, I agree.
There is, man. Whoever's president at the time, I pretty much,
back to play.
Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do, dude? I'm gonna be, every president, yes, no, whatever. Yeah. I don't want to get into politics.
Look, I'm with you. Once you start stacking the bodies, though, it becomes a little bit too hard to ignore.
Where there's smoke, there's fire sometimes. Why don't we have again, I don't want to get political. Why didn't we have an Obama body count? Because there probably wasn't one, Right. Why didn't we have a Bush body count? Actually, we did have they killed a lot of people fucking died in that war, right? In the fucking 911. All right, I'm getting off track. I'm getting way off track.
What was that?
I don't know what that was. I think the light went off. One of our studio lights.
I thought there was a paparazzi.
One of our fans came in and took a picture of us.
Paparazzi took a picture of us.
The Clinton
Epstein's ghost took a picture.
So the idea that the Clintons were behind it would be to protect Bill, or
what I think, because as Ralf mentioned, you mentioned it on the air or off the air. All those flights Bill was on?
No, on the air. You said he was on 60 flights.
I said it 2 minutes ago.
Hey man, we're drinking. I want to clarify. We do talk a lot before the show too, so I get a little confused. So Clinton was on a lot of those flights. He visited the pedophile island a shitload of times.
But you also
have
to look at
that Bill Clinton likes the old wee-hoo.
Oh yeah, no. But how many flights does that guy fly in general? He's guy's flying all the time.
He must be flying all the time, but he's not always flying with a pedophile to pedophile island.
Right. Not only that.
Now, do we know that he was with the pedophile?
This guy already had been accused
on the plane.
Well, I don't know if they were
going to
together.
Meet him.
But he flew on the plane a shitload of times. He flew to the island. I don't know how many times. I don't have the stats. Right. But he definitely went to the island multiple times, and he went on the plane like 50 plus times or something like that.
Was Tom Brady on this plane? I hope so.
I don't think he likes girls. I'm not sure.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Of course not. I'm just saying a reason why he would not be on the plane.
I'm sure
I hate Tom Brady.
I'm sure watch that episode. Boys at the island too.
I'm trying to read my notes because this is an off-cuff show we're doing to just riff a little bit.
So, what was your percentage? How you felt first episode and today? How you feel?
You're like 60-40, right? The first time.
I was probably 75-25, but what happened when we went to do the show after I did all my prep, I think, and I was constantly reading articles, getting up to date, and the day we went to film, I think they had just come out with that autopsy, which like just put a big freaking downer on my whole thing. I was like, there we go, they killed it, that's it. Autopsy confirms it was a suicide. And then as I talked to you guys kind of freaking put me on a downer too and got me more down. But like now,
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer.
I'm 100% sure he didn't kill himself.
Wow.
What's
Let me leave 1%.
Wow.
99.1.
Okay, yeah.
Because you never know, right?
You end up dead.
Yeah.
Now, remind me, what's the deal with the cameras? They weren't working. There were no cameras.
He said there was a malfunction on the cameras that were filming the actual cell that he was.
Or they didn't get into, right? I don't think they were like.
Yeah. I mean, me working in a jail, man, I can tell you honestly, that happens all the time.
But bro,
in the unit that I worked in, the rec yard camera didn't work for like 5 fucking years.
But listen, man, if we got a high profile guy, and I'm running that prison. And he already tried to kill himself one time.
Right.
I'm like, there's going to be a guard watching him all the time. There's going to be a camera, multiple cameras all the time.
besides the not the guards, but the officers getting fired and charged, I'm sure there's like supervisors, like probably the captain, the one running the facility.
They moved the warden out immediately.
A warden, so it was a prison then.
Did I say? I don't know the titles, dude.
The captain will be the one running the jail. He'll be the one in charge.
Whoever
of the
was
jail.
in charge of the jail,
Right.
he was moved like immediately.
Right.
Look, you've dealt with high-profile subjects. What do? You
Yes.
change protocol, right? Don't
Not
you?
really, man. Not really. I mean, there's like a set, what we call DSOP, which is Departmental Standard Operating Procedures, and that pretty much goes across the board. There might be special handling, like an actual like memo or like stuff written on the guy's door. That's like, special handling. This guy's an escape risk, or this guy likes to spit on staff. This guy's a biter. This guy's a whatever, But he likes to throw feces, whatever. But it's not funny, man.
Shit thrower over here. We got a shit thrower over here. It's funny. I'm sorry.
But shit that I had to deal with. But
literally, right? No pun intended.
But what I'm trying to get to is there's not like, like, oh, this guy's Jeffrey Epstein or this guy's Guatemala, Let's put a special, procedures on them or special like rules, Everybody's across the board, and then if there's certain criteria or characteristics that the guy's known for, then there's special handling involved.
But there's not a heightened sense of like.
Not really. I mean, he was probably like what I work in, which is an SMU, which is a special management unit, which everybody's pretty much housed separately, and they have like limited contact to other inmates. He was probably considered a keep separate from everybody.
He had a cellmate though for a little while.
See that right there?
Oh, that was another one that they moved him out like hours before, right?
The Tartaglione, who was an ex-cop charged with quadruple homicide.
I mean, even though I want to like buy into the whole conspiracy thing, and everybody else does too.
Quadruple. Shit.
I just think that this was
drug deal gone bad.
Yeah,
it's who I want as a roommate.
He didn't like him. Epstein didn't like it.
I just think that this was handled like very poorly by the department, whoever the department was in New York City. I just think the captain or whoever was the lieutenant, the shift lieutenant, or whoever it was that set up the housing conditions and set everything up, I just think they did a real poor job, man. I mean, and then it just so happens that the guy fucking offed himself.
Well,
and then everything else starts coming out from everybody he knew and everything, and then it just becomes a big ass shitstorm.
Because of what you said, though, I think those canned procedures. You can't apply that canned. Oh, this is what we do. We do 1, 2, and 3.
Problem.
Yeah,
right.
Dude, we got a guy here who he's freaking high profile. He's charged with a major freaking pedophile ring, and he has. Maybe they don't know the whole story. I don't know.
No, dude, come on.
They knew the whole story. Then they royally fucked up because there should have been a dude. There should have been a dude watching him all the time, and a camera here and a camera there, and there should have been no way that guy should have been allowed to kill himself before he implicated all these other fucks that are out there probably still raping and enslaving minors.
Besides the fact
what? Am I being too dramatic?
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Besides the fact, though, that the
did I call them guards again?
Yes. Besides the fact that they screwed up, whatever. My point is that the guy, the most important factor here is that the guy tried to commit suicide before.
That should have been like a wake-up call.
Whoa, wait! Test cameras, get all that shit done.
Forget the fact that it's a high-profile guy or who the guy is. I don't care if it's Jesus fucking Christ. If the guy tried to off himself before, he should have never been cleared to be in a cell by himself without like 24-hour like direct supervision. And what we call direct supervision is an officer sitting in a chair right in front of your cell, basically watching you through a clear plexiglass door.
And aren't there other things you can do, like get rid of the sheets and shoelaces
Well,
and shit
somebody
like
who's
that?
on suicide watch wears basically like a Ferguson garment. I think I mentioned that in the first episode.
Yeah, you called it a Ninja Turtle suit or something.
Yeah, it's like it looks like we call it a Ninja Turtle suit. I mean,
And
like,
Ferguson, I looked that up later, is like a nurse or somebody who came up with that idea.
right. So it's basically
Like the Earl of Sandwich who created
I think
sandwiches.
you're in danger of getting pox
Sorry.
on you. All right.
so basically what it is for somebody who's never worked in a jail before or anywhere.
Or
you know.
been in a jail that they think that you're going to kill yourself, so you had to have one.
Right.
put
It's
on
basically a padded suit. It has Velcro straps, and it has a back and it has a front. It looks like a shell, pretty much, and that's why we call it the Ninja Turtle suit. And it's ours particularly is in green. I don't know, maybe other departments is in different colors, but it's a green suit.
Do they
and
have
you're
like a different color headband on each
No.
one?
You're basically butt booty naked with this thing on.
Do you get nunchucks and size or?
No. And you don't get no Italian
Do they get
Renaissance
pizza for
thing.
dinner?
No. You get fucking bologna
Is
sandwiches.
there like a rat in there trying to train you? No.
The rat probably is. Probably in there, but it doesn't
Might
know.
be trying to
It
bite
doesn't
you.
know ninjutsu.
Do you guys have rats?
Big time.
Yeah.
You're making me fucking like spill the beans here. I'm like,
Can I talk about where you work or no?
no.
Alright.
But the basically, if the guy would have been in that suit and all the linen, all his sheets, these guys we even make these guys eat their meals with no silverware or nothing. They're not allowed silverware. So you get like a breakfast tray, like on my shift, we give them breakfast trays. We give them grits or oatmeal, whatever. They eat it.
Hannibal Lecter. When
They
he's
eat
in
it
that
with their
cage.
hand,
Do they
like
give him
a
silverware?
Like
You remember?
Indian.
like a zombie. I was gonna say like a zombie, but yeah, like an Indian.
You guys remember Silence of the Lambs? Hannibal Lecter's in that jail in the middle of the room. Do they give him silverware?
I think so.
Something
But it was-
happens. Anyways.
Yeah. But that's my
He was
my
taken
whole,
off.
my whole point is
He
that
was taken off suicide watch though, right?
yeah, and that never happens so fast like that. I mean, the actual guy that's attempted suicide is not going to be taken off
Why are you not
a week later or
Why are
2
you not
weeks
at
later.
99% with me?
Because I just think it's negligence, and the people that were working in that jail were dumbasses and
Or
lazy
maybe-
lazy dumbasses.
Or maybe they were paid to be lazy dumbasses.
No, man. I mean, yeah, they're gonna get paid, but I don't think that the whole another entity, giving them, extra couple of.
Why not?
I mean, it could. I'm not saying it can't happen, but dude, it's like
There'll be a paper trail, right?
correctional officers being.
Wouldn't there? Someone would talk.
Listen, correctional officers being complacent and lazy. No one has to pay you extra to do.
Do you want to
that,
know
bro.
what the next thing's going to happen in this story?
Where does this go?
Go ahead.
There's going to be people that are going to start dying besides Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to go on record right now.
Well, let me tell you.
We're going to hear about some people that start dying.
It might be you. You're a 99.
Hey, so be it. My journalistic integrity is pure as the driven snow.
Wow.
So, if that happens, that happens. But
that was beautiful.
that's probably going to be the next thing that comes out. Some other people getting off too.
Really?
That maybe didn't get paid enough, or maybe they want some more money. I don't know.
Well, let me tell you, I was surprised that it came back because
I thought it was going to die.
I thought I was going to die too.
The freaking memes, dude.
It was the memes.
Aren't memes just
Memes are
fucking
powerful
crazy?
things, man. They're fucking powerful, man.
They're like society right now.
Yeah,
Like, everybody here likes sports.
definitely.
Do you watch all the games? I watch games.
I watch all the games.
But don't you sometimes find out through a meme what happened?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Or like or even like I find myself scrolling and then I see a meme about
Referees paying off, getting paid off by
I'll give you
Rodgers or Tom Brady.
I'll give you an example of a meme that took off overnight. I don't know if you saw this.
the cat one.
No.
I wanted to talk about that one, the cat and the woman. What the fuck is up with that one?
Anyways, did you see this? The Ozzy Osbourne flapping his arms
No.
overnight? He was in like some.
The Kermit the Frog one's popular.
He was like in a music
tea?
video
with
awards.
the tea, always sipping the tea.
He was doing a music video awards. He was in the background. He's flapping his arms throughout the entire performance. Watch this. You'll see that it became a meme and it took off. This was overnight.
Really?
Now you're watching something.
This was
You're like,
recent?
Overnight, man.
That's gonna be a meme.
It's a meme now.
You watch something and you're like, oh, that's gonna be a meme. Watch. It's crazy. What's up with the cat and the lady?
That's huge, dude.
Who is the lady?
I've seen the video of it. Where does this come from?
That's what I want to
don't
know.
I don't know.
It's
Look it
everywhere.
up, dude. Look it up. Look it up. Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's find out. People probably saying,
'Cause
come
I've
on,
seen
don't
it.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Assholes, tell us.
I've seen 1,000 of them on Facebook.
They're great,
and
though,
Instagram.
man.
There's
They're
so many
funny shit.
variations of it, dude.
Right.
It's just, I'm kind of tired of seeing it.
It's like a blonde lady like screaming,
Yeah.
and then all of
the
a
cat
sudden
is like-
the cat is like, yeah, like fuck you, you know, which is crazy.
Or the Nick Saban one. Did you see Nick Saban lose it?
No.
Oh my
I hate that guy. Do you hate that guy?
I fucking can't stand that guy.
Do you hate that guy? Or you don't really care? You're indifferent?
I hate him because the fact, not that I'm a Dolphin fan or anything, but I just think that a guy that doesn't keep his word, I think the guy's like full of shit.
I don't know how many times I gotta say it. I'm not gonna be the coach of Alabama.
Right.
Guess what?
You know, people like that deserve to get fucking
LSU whooped their ass recently.
shish kebabbed.
Screw that guy. Screw that Tua guy too. I hope we don't draft him.
Yeah, that guy's always hurt, man.
Yeah.
Didn't he like fuck up his hip or something?
Yeah, he's got like an
recently?
old man or old woman injury now, a broken hip.
He
or
still has
some shit.
another year of college left.
They're gonna draft him. The Dolphins may even draft him.
Wow.
He
I don't
makes-
know. I just saw the projection for somebody at work was showing me the projection. You guys were projected to take an offensive tackle.
The guy I really want them to take is Chase Young from. He's the lineman. Anyways,
Well, you've seen what linemen can do. Look at San Francisco, right?
yeah, man.
Bosa?
That guy's, yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a beast.
But is he a lineman or a linebacker?
No, he's a lineman.
He's a lineman.
Yeah.
Defensive end.
Disruptive.
His
man.
brother's a linebacker, right? For the
For
Chargers.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
His brother's a beast too.
You guys know who his father is, right?
His father
Yeah.
was a bum.
Kind of, yeah.
No, kind of. He was a
It's
bum.
kind of like the
John
Manning.
Bosa.
It's kinda
John
like the-
Bosa.
It's kind of like the Manning brothers.
Dolphin player.
Yeah, he was drafted. He
Archie.
was drafted like what 12 or 13?
I think he was like a
It's like
bust.
nobody
yeah.
knew who Archie
Huge
Manning
bust.
was until Payne and Eli came along. I call him Superman and Bizarro Manning.
Well, Eli, what he got drafted by the Chargers, didn't want to play for the Chargers.
Payne is Superman and Eli is Bizarro.
I mean,
He's like
He
Superman.
worked
but
his
like-
way.
He's like Pet Cemetery Superman.
he beat Tom twice in the Super Bowl, so
Oh,
I'm
man,
forever
that's-
grateful for him.
That's a gift.
In that undefeated season, too.
That's a
What was
gift.
that guy's name? Hedgecock or something? I fucking caught the ball. in his
No,
head.
that was
No,
David Tyree.
David Tyree and the helmet catch.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Who the fuck is
Dude, I lost my
There's a
mind.
Hedgecock somewhere.
No, they had a Woodhead.
Or a
Wood-
Papinga.
yeah,
There's a
Woodhead.
Papinga guy somewhere.
There's a Brady Papinga he's an announcer. I think
I would
he has-
love that fucking name, bro. Ralph Papinga.
We can start calling you that if you want.
No, I'm good. Hoff was good.
So on Epstein, I think we're gonna be hearing about this shit for a long time.
You
Anything
think,
else?
man?
Yeah, man, I think so.
Or you think he's just gonna die away?
No,
I don't know. This guy's like herpes, kind of like
this
it
thing
goes
has
away.
it
comes
has
back.
fucking legs, man. It's gonna keep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it though? Vince Foster had legs and it died.
Vince Foster, I don't think was in the internet age, dude.
That's
or
true.
in the meme age, or in the
That's
YouTube
true.
age, or in the. You know what? I'm gonna talk about Epstein every year. We're gonna do a show every year. We're gonna keep it going. No, I don't know. I'm not that interested in it.
December 1st will become National Epstein Day.
I just think there's going to be something else that comes out every once in a while until we have more of the puzzle. Because, there's so many people, dude. It's not like one little thing. I mean, watch that first show. There's like Bush, Clinton, Dershowitz,
Trump.
Trump. What's the name of the guy? Stephen Hawking. Bill Gates.
Stephen Hawking.
The Victoria's
Stephen
Secret
Hawking went
guy,
to a
right?
lot. Yeah, that guy too. Wexner.
Wait,
Wexner.
Stephen Hawking, the guy that was like
I was gonna do the thing, but I'm not. All right. Yeah,
The-
Stephen Hawking, the scientist. He went to a lot of like dinner get-togethers at his place.
Dude, I don't know what to say about this, man, because like he was from here down, he like
Whoa. I'm not saying he got like underage women, or maybe he did. I don't know, but he was involved with him. This is like the people in his circle. Like that guy was invited to dinner. Maybe he just liked to watch. I don't know. I don't want to insult Stephen Hawking. Great science.
Did you send me the video of Epstein being interviewed And the guy asked him that your dick was egg shaped.
Yeah, I don't know if that's real, dude, or not, but it's freaking hilarious. Yeah, they're like disposing him, and then like
It's real.
It's real.
No, I'm asking.
Dude,
I hope it is because it's fucking
that video's
funny.
fucking epic, bro.
The lawyer, or I guess it's.
He's like, "Are we done? I'm done here." And he just gets up.
What's the name of the person that was asking him the question? What's his title? The prosecutor? I don't know.
I think it was
They said your private part has been described as egg-shaped. Is it true that you have an egg-shaped penis? And
then
like,
a fucking Denver omelet cock.
David Jeffrey Epstein. I think it's real.
But let me tell you, me working in corrections for a long time. I have a theory when it comes to pedophiles.
I think I know where you're going with this. And
to me, a pedophile, most of the time, besides obviously being like something fucking a couple of bolts missing in your brain, I just think
cross cables.
I just think that it has something to do with your genitalia,
Does this
bro.
thing have
I think most of those guys have like baby dicks or have some sort of deformity in their genitalia, and they feel like they can only satisfy a young girl. What's so fucking funny, dude?
No, the
My
search.
my
his
Google
search on
search.
this. Let me swap that out with you. I hear you, bro.
But I just think it's more like a complex, you know, like un complejo that they have.
But how does that lead you to be?
I just think maybe they feel because of the egg shaped thing.
I'm probably getting put on a list for searching egg-shaped penis.
But let me tell you, that video was fucking epic, bro.
Yeah, look that up. It's funny. I think it's a real video.
I think so, bro. And I think that guy's dick did look like a Denver omelet.
I don't have any first-hand knowledge.
Was like,
I don't know if you look in the comments. Maybe it'll tell you if it's real or not. Man, I don't got a lot more on this scumbag other than it's good that it's fucked up because you're like he's dead. It's
good.
Fucked up, but then you're like, yeah, we
good.
want him dead. It's fucked up that he's dead before he got to spill the beans on everybody else.
We really want everybody to comment, right?
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah,
what did we
Where
miss?
Where are you guys at? Where are you guys standing at with this Epstein thing? What do you guys think?
Did he kill himself? Did somebody kill him? Who had him killed? Did he have an egg-shaped penis? I mean,
I'm leaning towards yes on that one, dude. That's fucking hilarious, though, man. To be accused of having an egg-shaped penis.
Google search that later. What else do we have for this episode?
That's it.
Everybody had a good Thanksgiving?
Excellent, man. Excellent.
You guys pay out?
Not really. Man.
When I came back. Well, I was in Orlando. I did the whole Disney World thing. I was in Disney on Thanksgiving Day.
Did they do something special for that?
No, not really. It's just more of the same. You know, I had a greasy ass turkey leg that wasn't good enough for anything, but it was more of the same. It was busy as hell. It was like every ride was like an hour long. Yeah.
Wow.
Really? A lot of people went down there for that? Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought that would have been a good day to go there and like skip to the front of the line.
Didn't happen.
Go figure, bro.
Yep.
That fucking mafioso mouse.
Mandalorian's pretty good. You guys seen that?
Yeah.
I saw the first episode. Yeah.
Now it's episode 4, I think, out already.
Yeah, it just came out.
What are they popping them out like every 2 a week?
Yeah.
It's been out for 4 weeks, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
You got 4 episodes out up to this point, which today's December 1st. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like a space western.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that it's not that connected.
Boba Fett is like hands down my favorite character.
I like that it's not that hardcore connected to like everything else. How they try to do that, I think, too much.
Right.
With the
it can
movies.
stand alone.
Like if that didn't have anything to do with Star Wars, I'd be like, that's pretty fucking cool.
Right.
You know, sometimes I feel they try too hard to be like, oh, this is Leia's second cousin from another marriage, and look at this is a new character, and he babysat one time Ewok. You know, that's why he's here. And like, oh, this guy, he shut down an AT-AT one time. You know, like you don't gotta tie it all in, dude. You really need a good story.
Yeah.
That's what we
Story
want.
sells, man. The story sells.
We watch stories that don't have anything to do with anything else all the time, and we're like, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not part 50. You know, just make good stories, Disney. I know you can do it.
Like I saw the first half of that. Where's the Baby Yoda coming from? You've seen that meme?
You
Where's
know,
that coming from?
You know,
Well, the Baby Yoda.
hold on. I read some. Let's not spoil it, dude, because there's people.
Oh, yeah, everybody's seen that shit already.
No, dude, there's countries that have not gotten Mandalorian yet.
Well, then they're fucked.
Yeah.
Because we're about to tell them what's going on.
Or maybe not.
It's. We're not even really sure, really, where he comes from. Actually, to be
Well, they
honest
say
with
he's 50 years old. So.
They did say that.
And in the original Star Wars, he was 800 and something years old.
Yeah.
What
When
is it?
900
So we're back 750
and Empire
years.
Strikes Back, when he trains Luke, he's like 800 and something years old. So this is like 750 years.
There's a meme on that.
But it's
There's a
not
meme on
really.
everything.
It's not really yet determined that it's Yoda, though.
We don't know who or what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Epstein's a scumbag. He didn't hang himself. What else we got?
We just did like a 20-minute segment on Disney.
Yeah. They're not a
They're like, I'm
sponsor.
gonna get a paycheck from.
They're
Mickey.
not a sponsor of the show.
We love you, Mickey.
I know you're big on Disney. You're a big Disney
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, well.
I know
I'm
you're.
surprised Mickey didn't go to the pedophile island and hit a couple.
He might have been the one that put the hit out on him. I know your wife's big time.
Huge.
Disney.
Huge.
Is your son too? Or no?
Huge.
And you?
Everybody in the house.
You too?
Well, you know.
On your own.
I would say 60% of my salary goes to Disney, so
So you have stock in Disney.
yeah. Well, not really.
But are you?
Am I a Disney fan?
You?
Yeah, man. Of course. Who isn't?
I'm not.
You fucking heathen.
I think it's an evil corporation.
So is Starbucks.
Yes. They found a way to sell water, dirty water, for $4. All right, guys. We're going to wrap it up, I think, man. We're still sober, you know, and...
More or less.
Yeah.
Mr. Club Soda over here, sober.
We just wanted to recap all that stuff that's happened since then. But yeah, please let us know in the comments. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. We'll see you next time.
Yep.